Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to the Tinkerlands Prologue. I'm not entirely sure what the version I've got is. I'm pretty sure it's either the Prologue or something a little bit more, but the Prologue is going to be out on April 12th, and I've got early access, so we're going to dive in. I'm not sure when this video is going out exactly, but it is a top-down survival sandbox game. I'd say kind of in the same vein as like, Core Keeper maybe. Though it looks like it's a little bit more islandery, which is kind of fun. You're awake. Where am I? How are you feeling? Can you move with WSD? Do you think there's anything left from the ship? Well, there seems to be a lot of rocks and lumber and... Oh, we got a box here. Box has got some stuff. Loot all. So we've got pickaxe, axe. Sure. Can I don't think I can pick the box back up again. At least not currently. Ah, there we go. Okay. Well, this seems kind of charming right off the bat. I'm a big sucker for top-down survival sandbox games. More than anything else. And you know what? Time to do the usual... Wait, can I not? Huh, there's people there. E? Space? Do I have to have an empty hand to talk to people? Yep. Looks like we're stranded here and the captain is missing. Could you please explore the island and find the captain? Okay, now I can press some things. We're going to save and exit, go back out to the main menu for a hot second. A lot of these are probably going to change. However, the sound effects are just a little too punchy for me, so I'm going to turn them down by 40%. We'll just see if that's too quiet or not. I don't know. I got sensitive ears. I always have. And oh, she's moved. That's fine. Yeah, it's better. I just like listening to music over dunk, 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 and that's just always been my, I don't know, modus operandus. Modus operandi. There we go. Let's see, low tool tier. So I can't break the big anchor. But yeah, we're just gonna harvest a little bit of everything. It looks like all the monsters have moved in. I might have actually skipped parts of the tutorial by quitting out and coming back in, but I think that's fine. I can figure it out. This is always kind of like a weird thing that not everybody agrees with me on. But from my perspective, I absolutely adore learning how to play games. I don't like being told how to play them, and I know some people like vehemently disagree with me on that one. Is that, oh, wrong one. But how do you describe it? I don't learn too many new things. Now, I can, but, you know, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been playing games pretty much my entire life. I'm not in school anymore, and I don't need to go back anytime soon for any particular reason, unless, like, YouTube collapses and I need to figure out how to become, like, I don't know, a subsistence farmer, and even then I'd probably just not go to college for that or anything of the sort. Let's see. So what are we doing now? What can we do? So we got a community member. The guide. House requirement. Oh, so it is very Terraria. All right, so what can I craft? So we can make rope, but we don't have enough. Torch, arrow, working table, but I need to make string. String needs leaves, so we've got to actually cut down these trees. I was going to leave them because they look nice, but it looks like we're going to need them if I want to progress. Let's see, and is this just not a good enough tool? I'm going to assume that's the case. But effectively, I'm not put into a whole lot of situations where I have much cause to learn much. And so, as silly as it sounds, it's very satisfying figuring out how a game works, especially if it's intuitive. If it's not, then it's a struggle, and that's a problem. Sometimes people get mad at me for that kind of thing, and we need to figure out how to get some more here. Okay, big question is, okay, cool. I can actually go through the water here. It's very slow. But I can't even make a crafting table yet until we get some more stuff. Oh, it's fine. Okay, anything from here? Looks like you can mine a starfish. Or its legs. Some part of me feels weird about that. But so for me, I don't know. I think there's a certain level of like enjoyment to figuring out exactly how a game works and plays and whatnot. So I guess kind of within this vein, I've been playing a lot of board games on the side, off camera. And it's been very kind of gratifying to crack one open and be like, okay, how did these mechanics work today? Euro games are both a terror and a delight of like, oh gosh, how do we sort through these like gazillion systems to have a good to actually be able to like learn and understand this game. Some of my brain just shuts down. I'm like, I literally can't process this right now. Other times I'm like, yeah, this makes perfect sense. So I was playing like Astronauts yesterday, which was fun. I think it needed a little bit more than it had, but that was a very self-explanatory game and similar mechanically to a lot of other games I've played before. So it's just like, yeah, this works. I understand this. I know what I'm doing. And then other times it's like, oh, what's a good example? We picked up Gaia projects, and I haven't looked at it too deeply, but it was just like, I just turned around to look at my, oh, yeah, we are full up. I turned to look at my board game collection. It's like, yeah, Gaia project. That game looks terrifying. I'm looking forward to playing it at some point. Let's see. Okay, we've created our working table. Move it up here. Oh, the music's even very Terraria-y. I don't mind that. So we've got wood pickaxe, wood axe. So we should probably upgrade to those. Looks like we're going to need arrows if I want to go archery. So let's just go for a basic wooden sword. And roll the basic wooden stuff. Actually, a wooden staff? That might be fun to play around with. So there's also leaf gun, bone sword, bone weapon. Let's get a sawmill. Furnace, I'm going to need some more rock. Iron anvil, I'm going to need rock. Cauldron, tinker table, leather boots, but I'm going to need other things. Warm scarf, bunch of fancy things, and an iron grappling hook. Okay. Actually, you know the other thing I should probably make? Let's just get some torches, just so I can see what I'm doing. I'll put the saw table down. Torches. We actually have a couple. Let's see. How many tiles between do I want to have? Not too much. I think I can walk on torches. So that's worth keeping in mind. So let's just put that down for the time being as well. And how do we equip these? Right click. Oh, the twig is lucky stick. Ooh, they have a lot of different stats. I wonder if they're randomly generated. I might actually want to make a second one at some point. Just to see if they randomly generate all stats on each of these weapons. Because if that's the case, that's actually kind of... Oh, they absolutely do. Yeah, legendary stone axe, slow stone pickaxe. So let's go back here. Make another stone pickaxe. See if this one's better. Well, it's average. And I might hold on to them for the time being. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep this just in case. Just in case I can sell those. Okay, so now that we've made a little bit of progress... Oh, this feels good already. I've played a couple of top-down Terraria likes. I think Core Keeper is probably closest to what makes the genre good. Oh, there's an Angie Goblin Boy. Oh, and he knows where I live. And is now dead. That's what you get. Oh, I have, like, limited mana. That's a problem. Ow. Now, can I, like, dodge roll or anything? No. So, very much health management. Interesting. The crabs... The crabs just run away from you. They look angry enough that I was expecting them to want to do me harm, but I guess I was wrong. Okay. Like I said, I'm digging this. Is already doing a lot of things that I like. I like the randomized stats. Sometimes that can be kind of a bore or even frustrating in these games, but it still gives you some level of like variety in terms of like, oh yeah, this is a like legendary weapon, and it feels kind of good. It gives you a little bit of a reason to make multiple, which I guess is a bit of a resource thing, but boy, you get one of those and it makes a difference. Okay, I guess what I need more than anything else is stone. Also, there's a treasure chest there. Cool. I'm just gonna get a lot of my basics going, and then we'll look into actually doing some exploration in a bit. Must mean that there's also just like pure gear-based progression here then, because I'm not seeing a character level system at all. It'll probably happen inevitably. I would adore playing one of these games at some point with a full like Path of Exile style talent tree. I know there's mods for Terraria that specifically add that, but like, oh, it would be so good to have some more kind of in that vein, like top-down style and some other things. Okay, so we want to get a furnace. We want to get an anvil. Can't do a cauldron. Need wasteland wood for a tinker's table. I think this is pretty much all I can do with what I've currently got. Well, let's put these down briefly just to see if I get any more. So what can we do out of this? So we can get a wooden chest. Betting, but I'm going to need some more leather. Igloo walls, minecart tracks, fences, stone floor. I think we probably just want a bunch of wooden floors. Okay, good. Oh, there's something shooting at me. It's a gobbo. Okay, so the fairies don't home in as well as I'd like them to. But at least now I can make that bed. Okay, that's kind of a satisfying popping noise as these go down. Let's just make a couple more. Because ideally what we're gonna want to do is probably house an amount of these NPCs. Let's see. First and foremost, what can we do here? So we can make coal, glass, iron, but I need iron ore. Copper ore. Okay, can't do anything with those, and anvil requires all of those. Looks like we can go up to spider ingot. What the hell? That's disconcerting. I was not expecting that exactly, but hey. Alright, let's just pop a bed down, and I'll get a treasure chest put at the base. Geez, what do we do? Do we just go on an adventure? Go looking around for a bit? Well, we did have that treasure chest. I'm gonna have to go find some iron and copper and some other things before I can do anything truly fun. This music is so Terraria. Okay, leather boot accessory increases max speed. Ah. Hey, let's pick up as many of these chests as we can because we're gonna need carrying capacity anyway. Ooh, what is this? Legendary Trident. How much damage does it do? 18 versus 12. Okay, so it's not actually as amazing as I was kind of hoping it would be. It's always fun to pick up like a really rare weapon early. Let's see. I think we already have a sawmill, so we don't need more. The one immediate problem I'm going to run into is, literally I'm going to be running into things left and right. It's a little hard to figure out exactly what the path is. And so it's going to be kind of easy to get stuck on the terrain as I go through, which isn't that bad. Like, I guess the same thing happens in Terraria as well. But it feels worse, I think, in a top-down game than a platformer. Because I think a platformer, you're kind of expecting to get stuck on stuff. In this, it's like... I think it's because things are layering on top of each other. It's a little bit more ambiguous on whether or not I can pass through. Like, oh yeah, there is another tree in here. What I'll probably have to do at some point is actually just literally make some roads through denser pieces of, like, forest and whatnot. Oh, this is still gonna leave a stump, though. Oh, well. Let's see. I'm not actually even sure where I'm going. I guess the one thing that would be... Oh, it's a rock. I think that's the problem. I don't know what I'm running into, so I have to just kind of guess and hope. Yeah, once we get the later tool types. One bit of feedback is I would very much like to be able to swap tools quicker. So I'll be like swinging at something and then I'll press 1. It won't let me swap tools. Flower. So if I'm like mining this with a pickaxe and then I press... Okay, I guess that worked. Weird. Okay, yeah, if I'm currently switching, I cannot press 2. to swap to a different weapon. And I kind of wish I could actually press it even mid-swing to swap to something else so I don't have to let off ever. Oh, we're going into the ice zone? Really? Well, ice zone does seem to have iron, so I guess I'll take it. Haven't found much for copper, so... Oh, shoot. Yeah, exactly my problem. I was having trouble swapping weapons there. Well, at least I don't lose anything for that. Yeah, I haven't found any copper yet, which is a problem because I need it. What is it telling me to do? Create a house for the guide. Find the bard in the woods. That's probably it. Let's see it. I guess I'll just look around. I guess we can grab some coral while we're here. I don't know if coral is particularly important. I guess the one thing I should do is probably swap the trident. Because yeah, I'd switched to the staff and I was trying to switch to the trident while also fighting. And I was stuck to the staff, I think. I don't know. It's a little difficult to tell in the heat of things because, you know, you're getting attacked, you're getting killed. Do you have time to think about how you're doing things correctly? Slime voodoo doll summons the slime king. Oh, this is very on the nose. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately it's doubloons and stuff. I need copper. Unfortunately, it might actually be too dark and I should probably just head home. Oh, blacksmith and the merchant. Yeah, that's the other thing. We might want to specifically prioritize getting the resources required to recruit some of these NPCs. I'm on the other side. Because even if I can't specifically find copper yet, I might be able to buy it from one of them. So yeah, let's just get a ton of wood, especially while it's dark and I can't see what I'm doing anyway. And let's just make kind of a big housing complex. It'll probably just be my usual weird tenement housing system rather than anything actually meaningful, but is what it is. So it looks like the stone axe doesn't leave stumps. No, it leaves stumps. It's just the smaller trees don't leave stumps. I feel like something is coming from afar. Well, that's concerning. Okay, what else do we have? Materials. Okay, I'm just gonna live here. I think I'm probably killed too many slimes is the issue. Ow. Ooh. I think that must be the merchant right there. Okay. It does feel like this maybe could use a dodge roll. And also, maybe a slight, like, hey, there's going to be a projectile here. Oh, getting stuck in the water is bad for me. Okay, it looks like we've got possibly a potion cooldown. There it goes. Boss fight music's pretty good. I like the fact that his mustache exploded off of his face. Wow, those things can jump. Oh. Okay, so what can we do with this? Increases wearer's luck, sure. So we could also summon another one of those if we want to, which we kind of do. Where'd the merchant go? Did he die? He might have died. He was here. I think my big problem is what I need the most. Stack to nearby chests. Oh, blessed be. Oh, but it takes tools. I don't like that as much. If I do drop all, it pulls from my quick bar. Not a fan of that. It's not that big of a deal, but it's one of those where I think your quick bar should... Maybe the answer is I think tools should not ever be affected by quick stack. Like if I could do like if I could lock a slot. No, that doesn't do it. Yeah, if I could lock a slot so it's protected from being quick stacked, I think that'd be the easiest solution. I'm gonna be dropping some amount of feedback as I go by here. If you don't watch me often or you don't know, like I often will drop feedback for games that I actually think are kind of cool, because I want to see them improve and get better. And so like this is doing a lot of things that I actually really like right off the bat. It just needs more. I guess I should go back and destroy those skulls, shouldn't I? Maybe. Ooh. Seeing something kind of deserty. There it is. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so my character, I think, isn't going to have the best time in the desert. But that doesn't matter. Hey, there's the merchant. Let's see what he's got. Welcome! Okay, so we can buy a fireball spell, too expensive. Portable candle. That's not a bad idea. Sharp arrow, gold spear, trident, which we already have. So, fireball spell is tempting, but way too expensive. I'm just gonna buy the lantern for the time being. I like the fact that we have 6 accessory slots. Ow. Oof. Everything hurts. Let's grab everything. Looks like we've got some kind of deserty shack here. Really? Okay, I'm just gonna hang out here for a bit. Ow. Really? Ow. Everything sucks, but at least we found copper. Oh, you know what? I should go back to the bed. At least we got some copper ore that I can work with for the time being. What else do we get? What is this thing? Heavenly Amulet. Increases range damage by 15%. Unfortunately, not really doing range damage. Okay. Big one is... Oh, good. We don't have to wait for things to process. That is a blessing. I get 2 copper ingots. Oh, that's rough. And we need wasteland wood. Yep, once again, I was trying to swap the tools and my character wasn't doing it and wasn't immediately clear. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna just do is carve like a... slowly carve a path downwards. We know where the desert is. I could pick up my entire base and move it. There's no reason why I need to stay where I was. Apart from that's kind of where I spawn, but that's really not a big deal. Yeah, let's go pack up everything that I can. That looks like it can carry most of everything. I guess it's this that I want to bring back with me. Because those are just slightly harder for me to carry. There it is. And there's a Gabbin that wants to shoot me. There it goes. I guess it is just late enough. Yeah, so let's just go down. Let's put our base kind of on the edge. Not like too close so we're not being beset by mummies just for existing, but you know, close enough that I can respawn and get back to the desert without too much effort. Ideally. I think if two of these trees are next to each other, oh, hey, it's the bard. Can protect you from the desert, but you gotta make me a house first. I almost kind of wish this game had like a shield where you could actively block. Oh, baseball mitt? What? Oh, increases weapon knockback. We're getting a lot of accessories here, which actually is huge. One of my favorite parts about Terraria is the sheer number of accessories that you can slap onto a character. Okay, let's see. We probably have enough. Oh. Looks like we might have some kind of weird flower there. We'll get to that in a second. There we go. I might be in some degree of trouble. I wish shift clicking would get me more. Currently, it doesn't do anything, but shift click should give you like a stack of 5 automatically. There we go. So what does the bard need? 9 tiles, light source surrounded by walls. Needs to physically be in a house. I guess let's just cut down a number of these real quick. This area is not going to be beset by stumps, unlike the other base that I was starting to set up in. Let's see. What else do we do at the moment? I mean, yeah, really it's just needs 9 tiles. Wait, only 9 tiles. So these guys can have like tiny little bedrooms. It took me a little bit to like process how small that is. Well, works for me. Okay, that's floor. Let's just do a bunch of walls. And just move it up. Oh. Here we go. Because a 3x3... Oh, beans. Pickaxe? Pickaxe picks them up. Awkwardly. I don't think I need to put a floor underneath. There we go. Let's try this again. Really? Yeah, it's pickaxe for both. Strange. Set that up. Yeah, do I want to have just kind of like a basic door for now? Yeah. Let's just do something like this. Very small. Just serviceable enough. Need some more wood though. There we go. Other small thing is I almost kind of wish the mining and the axe swinging wasn't tile based. That you just kind of swing in an arc in front of you and chop multiple things. Maybe. It would certainly make getting access to some or clearing certain things out easier. Because, yeah, if I'm stuck in the woods, I kind of want to just do, like, a clean sweep. Not have to think too deeply about it. Okay, needs a light source. Okay, the bard has joined the community. Protection from the desert. Am I just protected? Oh, he just gave me desert protection. It's a buff. Radio then. I'll just have this kind of be the storeroom area. Let's just chuck a bunch of junk. Small one would actually be, I kind of wish I could click and drag when depositing a bunch of things. Just do a quick sweep. I'll organize these later. And hopefully there's armor or something later on that makes it so I'm even more resistant to desert and don't have to worry about going back to the bard every time. But yeah, I'll be fine, maybe. Axe? Axe lets me break cactus. There we go. We need a lot of this. We also need to go chop down that tree up there. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to make anything of merit. Oh, that's fine. And we know where iron is next after this. I don't know if we're going to get that far, but we might. I guess I should be collecting bone here too, because I know we're going to need that as well. If I eat the bread... I wish I knew what the bread specifically did. Like, it gives me an extra 50 health. I can tell that much. It doesn't seem to give me... Heck is this thing? Sand. Oh, I didn't put the bed down. Okay. Before I go back out in the desert again like an absolute fool, it is very much time that we got to get that bed down. You know what this game almost would benefit from? Tower defense elements. I'm not even joking. I think it would actually improve this kind of dramatically is just by having like some basic towers that you can put down to defend your base. Just shoot the occasional goblin that gets too close. I mean, heck, go further. Make it kind of like OG Fortnite Save the World. Give you that level of like, you're building up a base. And I mean, maybe it's one of those where even your townsfolk have to like man the turrets and stuff. Or they might even go out and like do some things for you. I don't know. I think there's a lot of room where this game can actually become something new as opposed to just top-down Terraria. Because I think it's got the good basis for top-down Terraria. I'm just not entirely sure if it should just be 100% that or if it should go further. In my opinion, I always like it when games kind of take a base, you know, something that is very clearly inspired by something else, and then say like, okay, but how can we mix this with something else to make it spicy and interesting? And so like, yeah, having this have a little bit more of a like, you know, honestly, a creature collection vibe would be one of the other options is like straight up, you could have like a monster that follows you around and does stuff, or multiple monsters that have like specific perks so you can get them to do things. Like, you know, if you could actually find goblins that don't hate your guts and recruit them. I just want Digimon World 1 again, man. I don't know. I don't think these necessarily need to be implemented in the game to make it good, but my big fear to some degree is that like the top-down elements of it give the game a lot more potential space, especially if we ever get to the point where some verticality is included as well. So like, for example, if you could go upstairs and go into like higher tiers of a tower or a dungeon building or deeper into caves, and you could just use like ladders or staircase blocks that are like, yeah, this is what brings you up. But even beyond that, how would I describe it? Terraria is already such a massive and content-rich game that it's difficult to make something that is inescapably similar without doing something extra fancy or completely different to really stand out. So for example, Core Keeper is entirely underground, which is actually pretty compelling just from the perspective of like, you have to kind of dig your environment out for yourself to live and work in. And Starbound had, well, I mean, more of a sci-fi flair, but also kind of a greater degree of like storytelling. Let's see. And it feels like this could use a little bit of some kind of spice beyond just like top-down Terraria to really make it sing. I like the idea of having to defend your base more than anything else. So you have to put down like some towers or something. I'm just gonna make kind of a central room that is the house. Let's just do pickaxes on this one. We'll have to pick the other ones up, but at least that one I can move around. But yeah, so if I could have like the blacksmith in like a cannon just hanging out here, and he just takes pot shots at things that go by, just so I don't have to worry about every once in a while evicting the goblins from my immediate vicinity. Maybe. I wonder if this does AoE crafting. Time to find out. Okay. We're just gonna loot all of this. Move it over. I think this is just gonna be kind of a nothing room, but if I can put something else, someone else in it, then I will gladly do so. Let's have it go one more tile over. Oh, yeah, it ain't working. There we go. Okay, let's make one more door. One more door. Also, I don't need that. And where are my torches? Probably in one of these. Oh, here they are. Okay, what does the blacksmith need? What? Oh, move in. We've got them both. Okay, so we now have the blacksmith kind of living in the main room. Let's see. House is inhabited, so I'll have to move some of these things around. Maybe what we do is we actually do make this a bit smaller. Interesting. Blacksmith immediately just is like, well, bye. There we go. Okay, so blacksmith, once again, surrounded by walls, minimum 9 tiles, light source. Same deal. Okay, screw it. Let's just make a bunch of small shacks. I was gonna make a bigger one, but in the interest of expediency today, let's just have everybody live in small houses. Okay, item guide probably isn't that important. Oh. What I'll probably do is just make a, I don't know, let's make a couple of doors. Here's the question. They're probably going to disappear on me again. Yep, instantly gone. Okay. Blacksmith, move in. Merchant. Yeah, we don't have the merchant yet. I'm gonna put these here. I think what I'm gonna do is just have a bunch of small little pods. Have my people live in the pods. Then I'll have my own house in a moment where I can actually really do things. Oops. That wasn't empty yet. Oh well. Blacksmith has been evicted from the community. Bard's in. Should be good. Yeah, so I'm just going to remember that every single one of these needs to have 3 doors. Oh, they need a treasure chest. Can I make another one of those? Probably? I just need a bit more wood. Because my logic is, I don't think the guide is particularly useful. Oh. I killed the shit out of a butterfly and it gave me a piece of gold. That feels weird. Okay. Let's go back over here. Yeah, it was just a treasure chest. Oh, no, we already had one. What did I need in here, then? Nothing. The merchant. Hello, merchant. Shop. Okay, so I can buy rusty armor, frog leg. Expensive. Grants a dash, though. Actually useful. Let's go buy all of my old equipment, though. Actually, first I need to go kill a goblin. Okay, so the staff I can get rid of. And most of this stuff I want to keep. I think I'll get rid of the amulet. I'm not planning on casting anything soon. So, big question. Oh, we can also just sell things here, too. Okay, go back to the merchant. So, they also sell teleport potions, which are good. Hot drink, resist low temperatures. Portable candle, we already know about. Max HP by 50, max speed. I think it's the frog leg is the only thing I actually care about grabbing. And it's a material, so I can potentially get more. But yeah, dash is going to be pivotal. Okay, I'm just going to kind of wall off parts of the compound. I'll probably set up myself out in one of these, though I think for now I'm just going to plonk a bed down in with a bard and sleep there. Where is the bed? There it is. Spawn point set. Okay, cool. So if I die, I don't have to worry about it. So let's go back up to this one. Is there AoE crafting? There is not. That is something that I do think every single survival sandbox, base building, whatever game needs, is specifically the ability to, oh, we have tons of coal. Is specifically the ability to have, let's see. Let's just do quick stack to nearby chests. Oh, no. The ability to craft with whatever chests are nearby, rather than having to have it in your inventory at the moment. It's not that bad, but it's one of those where it's like, it's just slightly inconvenient having to figure out like, okay, where's my stuff, and move it around and whatnot. Ooh, they do sell an iron pickaxe. Oh, that's pricey though. Might be worth saving up for, but maybe not. I'm just gonna make a stupid amount of rope. Get rid of some of these leaves. Okay, so what else do we have? So we got 2 characters that we don't know about yet. Is it M quest? So discover the cave, find and save the captain, and protection from snow. So I guess main deal is we've got to go back out into the desert a couple of times. We don't have the buff at the moment. I guess first let's get rid of this rock so it's not in my way. There we go. And that dash comes off cooldown pretty quickly. I think also resources respawn somewhat actively, but I don't know how active. There we go. I think I've already gotten that one. Okay. I also do notice the enemies tend to be pretty aggro here. I have like no natural healing. At least to my knowledge. Hopefully there's a ring of regeneration, but it would be kind of nice if like your character eats anything and gets a little bit of regen, just so they're not getting completely blasted by everything in the vicinity. Oh no, we do have a smidge. It's just very limited. Oh, actually we heal very fast. I just have to not get hit for a while. Let's eat the bread then. Damn it. The scorpions have a special attack of sorts. That's strange. Okay, I don't know what we just looted. Okay, got it. This is part of the reason, the amount of enemies that are currently just spawning and trying to kill me. It's part of the reason why I actually was hoping this would have RPG elements, at least a little bit of it. I know the equipment system is probably good enough, but some amount to me is just like, yeah, but... Some amount of me is like, yeah, but if I was leveling just like a little bit here... A lot of these enemies being so numerous and so aggressive wouldn't be so bad. But I think that might just be a me thing. I don't know. I like RPG leveling systems as kind of soft difficulty curves. If you're doing well, you can kind of spec hard into one specific build and use that to your benefit. And if you're not doing well, you can kind of use it to cover your deficiencies, be it, you know, lack of DPS, lack of survivability generally, stuff like that. Okay, cannot dash through enemy attacks. It's mostly for just getting around and avoiding, which is fine. I was just hoping I could dash through it. Okay. So let's see if we can find a couple more of those, like, big copper rocks. How much are we sitting on? 13. Gosh, I swear I had, like, way more than I currently do. Well, this has a little bit more. Unless I have a full... Oh, no, I have a full stack. I've got, like, 40-something. Okay, that's regular wood. What is this down here? Oh, it's wasteland versus desert. I think we don't actually get the copper nodes in the wasteland, but it is where I get the wood. Okay. Gonna notice me anyway. Ooh, rose? No idea. Avoid that for a hot second. I don't want to get hit by his... mummy attack, because then he surrounds me and wails on me. Or surrounds me, just gets up in my face and beats me to death. So this guy's just a wandering merchant, and he's always wandering. Iron staff and oof. Yeah, like the trident, I am having a little bit of trouble with it. Some of the enemies start just jumping straight over it. Ow. The fact that those home in is annoying. It's fine. At least it's just a free teleport home. 10 damage when being hit by contact. Eh. That's probably stuff I'm just gonna sell. It's worth a lot, too. Heart of Stone. Interesting. Let's get rid of the ship wreckage. Flint. Normal arrows into fire arrows. Interesting. Oh, it's an accessory. I see. Let's get rid of my wood staff, because we have an overpowered wood staff. Okay, so what else? What can I make with this? Well, the idea is an amount of copper ingots. Okay, so the big one is copper tools. Yeah, I'll just go for the copper armor. It's actually quite a lot of money. Buy anything useful. I should have maybe thought about that. Let's see. Tool tier, pickaxe damage. Aha. We have so much rope. Why not, right? See anything else I can sell? No. Let's go get just a smidge more copper, actually. We have to go talk to the bard. Yeah, I can just buy the iron stuff. At least the tools. So now we can go into the Icelands or even outside of the Icelands if we want to. And I might wanna specifically actually get that bow. I wasn't directly planning on it per se. However, now that we have that flint, which transforms regular arrows into fire arrows, especially if we're going into the Icelands, it might make sense to just have like a stupid stack of ice arrows. I think the other thing I would love to see in this is... Oh, that's not fun. I was really hoping hiding behind a rock. Would block some shots. Alas, it does not. I'd like to see some more interesting locations. Maybe. Like, you go into the desert. I know there's, like, the little shacks and stuff, but it would be kind of interesting if there were, like, sprawling cities. Like, maybe even to the point where going out and mining, you're not inundated with enemies, but there's, like, a sprawling desert complex that's kind of mysterious, and you don't know what's in there. And that's where all the enemies really are packed. more. Okay, so boots and bow. Let's see, iron, there's the sword, there's the spear. Ice spider, the final tier. I have no idea, man. All right. Yeah, deadly copper bow. Are any of these bad? Vaguely. And I'll just sell that for the time being. And sadly, there doesn't seem to be a set bonus for the weapons. It's not that big of a deal, but it'd be nice. Let's see, leaf gun. 6 damage compared to 17. Not even a question. 9 damage. Okay, so we have wooden ammo, sharp arrow, and fire ammo. I need rope. Let's just grab a couple of these. How many arrows? 555. That should be pretty good. All right, so now I've got fire arrows. Yeah, I should be good. All right. I guess the other thing I should do while we're here is grab one of these. I'm just going to make a second bed. Because I don't know what I'm doing with like half of these resources. They're not particularly amazing. They're not amazingly useful for me at the moment. Let's see. I'll just put the base building materials over there, sort of. I guess let's summon the Slime King again. Seeing as I've got the crown, let's just fight him a second time around and see if we can get a cool perk. A mount. There we go. Slap them all to death. And we just get another lucky mustache, which might actually be good. Let's take a look at these. What could I get rid of? Ah, you can't double up. Well, that's fine. I bet they sell for a ton. Let's see, lucky mustache. It sells for 200. It's not that good, but it's not that terrible either. And now that I'm kind of in this position, I could get... Oh, Art of Quick Heal. That is useful. Oh, see, shift click lets you buy as many of those as you want. I guess I'll grab some bread. Yeah, do we do anything else? No, I could probably sell some things. Let's grab the potions. Oh, warm scarf. So that's how I can survive the ice area. Oh, used to combine accessories. So we need wasteland wood, rope, and regular wood. I'm gonna get a little bit distracted for a moment, just in case some of these are actually really good. And combining accessories is like big #1 thing that I absolutely adore from Terraria. Like I said earlier, this has got a lot of the bones. It just needs a little bit more. I think the other thing I was going to say is modern Terraria has had a lot of time to develop and become something interesting. Early Terraria was a little boring, but the one thing it did really well was it always felt like you were kind of finding something interesting and new. Partly because of caves. Normally you're just mining through like endless rock, but every once in a while you run across like a cave system that would be doing something, that would do something slightly different. And so there's kind of that feeling of like, you know, whoa, that would have been nice. 3 magic fairies would have been nice. Oh well. Yeah, I gotta keep in mind, get a lot of money, and specifically he will actually pay out quite well. Occasionally, kind of randomly. So what can we do? Glow Desert Mask. Resists desert storms and emits light around the player, so that's pretty good. Feather Coat, Bird Feather, and Warm Scarf. Resists low temperatures and snow. Merman Boots. Or Lucky Frog Leg. Let's see. Piercing Rounds. Iron Maiden. Spores when receiving damage, and that. And then Trinity, Bloody Fang, Heavenly Amulet, and Magic Sword. Pretty basic stuff. The desert goggles are the one thing that I could do. Glass. Well, can I make it? I had some sand. I don't think I can actually make this one. I need a little bit more. 6 sand. So let's go snag that real quick. Well, that's quite a lot. I think the problem with these mummies is that their range is stupidly long. Like, I get it. That's the only way they're going to be threatening, but it's just like, from halfway across the screen, it's a mummy shot, and now you're stuck. Good luck. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, so Terraria's had so much time to develop and make interesting things. Kind of in the same vein as like Starbound. Both Terraria and Starbound, it feels like you're exploring because there's actually stuff to do and find. This is a little bit too early in that regard, and so the map feels big and empty and kind of lifeless. You know, sure, it's filled with tons of monsters, but there's that feeling of like, yeah, but none of these monsters are really like, well, none of these areas are particularly interesting. And like, yeah, there's tons of monsters, but they're just there. They're not doing anything. I know they're not doing anything in Terraria either, but it maybe feels weirder in this one because it takes about like 10 seconds for them to start showing up, and then you're buried in mummies, and it's weird. Okay, desert goggles. And then we pull this out. And we've got the Glow Desert Mask. Cool. So now I resist sandstorms, and now I have light. Let's go back and put everything else away, because I don't think we need it too bad. And so having either like more unique areas, I would still say is kind of like roads or something that you could actually build en masse kind of quickly. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Weirdly enough, I'd actually say kind of like a Civ-style tech tree wouldn't be a terrible idea. If I had to get it. You know, something where it's like, yeah, I'm going to research roads. And you can actually just start putting down like large swaths of road on the cheap. It would probably just like delete a lot of resources in the area. Oh, I guess that's the point of the minecarts, isn't it? Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. At least it's easy enough to get to the Icelands. What am I stuck on? It's the one problem, you don't see the rock behind the thing. I think maybe it should kind of fade into existence the closer you get to it. Okay, let's back off of that for a hot second because I forgot. I need a hot drink. Okay. Penguins don't give much of anything, but that wasn't really an expectation. Okay, doubloons, mucus, ice, yeah. I'm just gonna very kind of sneaky hide in here. At some point I'm gonna get mobbed by enemies. A little bit of auto aim would not be remiss here. Considering a number of these enemies have kind of like a natural, like, waver to their movement. But it might also just be that my accuracy is super terrible and I just need to accept my deficiencies. Who knows? Ow. Okay. Have you burned? Maybe I should have actually had that accessory with the knockback on it. Maybe. Music is very... Once again, Terraria. But also kind of Christmas right now. Oh, there's some iron. Okay, 13. Problem is I need, like, way more than 13. That fire is not reliable. I wonder if my problem with the aim is because it actually has kind of an arc to it, and so it doesn't fly quite straight. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, how long have I been going for? Probably long enough. Yep. I was hoping to get enough stuff that I can get that winter scarf. I just can't hit for beans. I'm trying. There we go. How much more are we at? 40 something? That's pretty good. Oh. You do not want to take that hit. Let's grab some ice flowers in case we need them. There we go. Okay. I don't remember if these suckers... Yeah, there is an arc. That's what's messing with me. So I'll be aiming at an enemy and it goes right over them because of the natural, like, curvature of how you fire. Okay. And yeah, we want fluff. I just want to buy from the merchant man. There we go. Okay. Does he have anything interesting? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Now it matters. Okay, how much do I have? Not nearly enough. I was hoping to grab, like, the gold spear. Yeah, I can't sell the voodoo doll, so yeah, I guess we're just out of luck. Okay, let's just grab a little bit more iron. I'll probably just be taking the one-way trip home. Since you don't lose anything on death, I might as well just stick around here until I get absolutely beasted by something. I'd like to find a couple more of the big iron rocks, though. There's a couple of them. There's also the thing about like finding the cave. I kind of wish that was actually something that you would mine down into. You build like a ladder, or you mine a certain block and it creates like an opening. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. It creates an opening. That you can like jump down into, but you can build like a structure that gives you a more permanent like way up and down. And then eventually you can build like a better elevator and stuff. I don't know. Kepler is probably a good example of this kind of, where you start with just staircases, but eventually it's pretty substantial. I have a lot of things. Why am I still using my pickaxe? Okay, let's just go in here. What does this have for me? Well, it's got the magic sword. I'm just gonna live in here for a moment, because we can get my HP back. Though I should probably just end this video. So, I guess while we're here, and don't have to worry about too much, let's actually put ourselves in danger while trying to do an outro. That's always a good recipe for being able to string sentences together. Anyway, so the Tinkerlands demo prologue is going to be available on April 12th. I'm not entirely sure when this video is going up, but you can pick it up and play it then. This looks kind of cave-ish. Nope, it's a puddle. Beans. Anyway, it's fairly solid so far. It definitely has like a little bit... It has more... it needs more time in the oven. I think it just needs more stuff, is the answer. More meaningful stuff. Like, the world's kind of fun to explore, but it's fun to explore for a little bit, and then eventually it's just like, yeah, I've kind of seen a lot of this already. Also, I don't know, I'm still gonna stand by. I would love some RPG leveling. You know, just some basic stuff. Something like extra healing, or... ooh. Consumes mana, regenerate 50% of damage received. I mean, that's pretty good. But, like, it doesn't need RPG leveling. I just think I'd like it from the perspective of, like, making life easier for me. I don't know. Do we want to try the S-Talk? It doesn't have any knockback. Oh, that big, though. Ooh. And I am quite dead. I did start cooking that Yeti, but, yeah, the slow plus other things is a little rough. It's fine. I've got tons of iron. Let's get out of here. Anyway, so beyond that, don't know too much about what the plans are for this game. Out sometime Q2, I think, this year, so it's going to be first half of the year. I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't, like, May. But I could be quite wrong on that one. Either way, it's got good bones, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Also, hopefully multiplayer becomes a feature. I think currently I didn't see anything about multiplayer, and currently it says single player, but being able to play this with like a handful of friends would have actually been a ton of fun. But for now, at least, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, last thing this game needs is a summon build. I want to be able to summon some friends. Both real and monster.